welcome to our Ask Tamily interview for this week. As you can see, we have an Ask Tamily star with us today. Surprise! It's Emily Hansen, and we are coming to you live from Emily's house. Hi! Today is our 46th Ask Tamily interview, and our guest star is Monica is our guest star for today. Her Instagram name is Miss Mitzi DC _.
Hi. How are you?
Good. How are you?
I'm good.
We're just
I totally should have had this set up somewhere.
Like where? You're good. You're good.
Okay. I'm sorry.
The important thing is that we can see you and hear you.
Okay, good. Is it better than last time?
Definitely.
Yeah. Okay, good. Yeah. What did I do?
So, welcome to being the 46th Ask Tamily interview.
Thank you.
And we are going to jump right in with our favorite question first, which is, when and how did you start the Tracy Anderson method?
It's been a long time. First time I think I saw her on Oprah with Gwyneth Paltrow, and I bought her DVD, and I really liked it. And I just used to do it, and I got a couple other DVDs, and then I started Metamorphosis, and I did it religiously, like I did 6 days a week.
Okay.
And I did it 6 days a week. I did 30 minutes of cardio dance after, and then I stopped doing it for a while because I had a pretty bad back injury, and then I started the online method. What is it?
What's that exactly?
Huh?
When did you start streaming online?
I want to say like 2 years ago, in January, 2 years ago.
Are you doing advanced or IMC, or do you mix it up?
You know what, I'm lying. I think it's 3 years ago.
Ooh.
Yeah. Because I've been to New York 3 times.
Okay.
So it's been 3 years ago. I think this week's Attain is a little bit above my pay grade. Because it's just, I'm not the best. I'm not the best student, so I will watch. If I find it really hard to push through when I'm really out of breath. So that's why sometimes I prefer to do intermediate, because I can do all the reps. I can do most of the reps, but I think this week I really am not getting those reps in. So I don't know. I think I might be going back to fundamental.
Well, we just did it, and it was great.
You did fundamental?
Yeah, there's about 8 million coupe lifts, so just be prepped with weights on one leg. Yes, we were done.
Okay.
Yeah. But it was good.
Yeah. It's hard this week. I don't know. Yeah. It's hard.
It's always hard, but yeah.
Yeah, I mean, they're always hard, but it's just, if it's difficult for me to do sometimes, and then I feel bad because I hear Tracy say that you've been doing this for so long, you're ready for Attain, and I'm like,
no, we gotta do what we feel. So why did you choose the Tracy Anderson method over other fitness methods?
I don't know, I just like it. I prefer it. I still I really like to, I'd say I'm more of a jogger. I don't know if I call myself a runner, but back in the day I used to run a lot, and I got injured because I don't have the feet for running. So this was a great way to kind of switch over from that and greatly reduce the amount of running that I was doing. But I like it. It's different. I will say I don't do it on the weekends.
Okay.
Yes. Because am committed to the program, and the only way that I'm going to do it long term is if I get a break.
Okay, so you do 5 days a week then?
I do. Well, I used to do 5 days a week, and then I have like a little issue with osteoporosis because it runs in my family. So I usually, one day during the week, I'll do a little bit of weight training, and then take a jog.
Violations.
Do you still do dance cardio?
I love it. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
How often?
I do it twice a week. So Monday and Friday. I did the little thing where I was like, I'm having trouble losing like those last whatever pounds. And so I think Stacy ran the little thing. She was like, don't do cardio every day. And I don't know if I believe in that. Gail is telling me otherwise.
So is Mom.
Huh?
Never do it. So, what kind of results have you seen since you started the method?
So this is my frustration, right? Is that you look smaller, but you haven't necessarily lost weight. Which is not necessarily a bad thing, and it's
right.
kind of like what's in my head about where you want to be physically. But I know that like my abs are better than they used to be. I know when I first started doing Metamorphosis, some friends hadn't seen me in a while, and they were like shocked when they saw me, and they were like, "Oh my God, what have you been doing? You've lost like 15 pounds." And I was like, "Have I?" I was like, "Have I? Really?" But I really had. I think I'd gained like 2 pounds or something. But that's that's the benefit.
Definitely. Who in the Tamily inspires you?
I don't know. I'm trying to think of who did I start. I don't remember. I think I started watching people in the Tamily space, and that's when I decided that I was definitely gonna do online streaming. But I will say, for meeting people, I will say Rebecca Wartsman from Canada. Really, really, her discipline I find amazing.
Yeah.
I just find that really inspiring, that she doesn't care what or where she is. She just always is. She knows what she wants in her life. Yes, Rebecca, yes. And I really admire that, because I used to, before I think when I was in college, when I graduated college, I used to weigh like 230 pounds.
What?
And,
No
yeah.
way. I don't even believe it. I would never think that, ever.
Yeah. But I feel like Rebecca's like, there's an extra step that I feel like I need to take to really get to where I am. And there's that type of discipline that I find it really hard to get to. And so I find that really inspirational. I think Natalia is so sweet. Everybody I've met through Tamily, Natalia was my first friend. She's very friendly. She's the first person I met. And at first I was like, oh, it's kind of weird, like having friends that you've never met. but I just like how open she is to a lot of things, and she's not afraid of making a fool out of herself. You know what I mean? Like, she's just like so genuine, and she's just like, you know what? If I want to meet somebody, I'm gonna meet somebody and reach out, and she's very inspiring that way. Somebody I haven't met that inspires me might be, I don't know. I love to dance with Maria Kelling, so I don't know. And I don't know who else in the Tamily inspires me. I don't know. I mean, people, I guess what I'd want to know is, like, how people stay so small. That's what I want to know.
I want to know that too. So maybe someone can let us know.
Send the tips.
I know. So I'll say them. Those are my two. Actually, another person too is Amelia, because Amelia has really committed to like changing her food, and she like makes the chef pea stuff, and sometimes she comes to DC and she'll like bring me some of the food, and I'm like, wow, like you really, because cooking like baking vegan is a whole other thing. So I think that's really nice that she does that. Darlene too is very inspirational, just for her abs and her crop top.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And she's got 2 kids. And I'm just like, wow. And she's very fashionable. Very.
So obviously we have lots of questions planned for you, but this time, because you have 2 interviewers for the price of 1, we are monitoring the chat very well. So anyone that wants to type a question into the chat, go ahead. But in the meantime, we'd like to know if you have ever met Tracy.
I have. It was kismet. Suri Kaiser, who's an amazing human being. She is so kind. She invited a couple of us to go to the Hamptons with her. And talk about, this is another, just like on a level of kind. She's so kind. She's so successful. And you would never know how successful she is because she's so humble. Like she's a big deal, but like you don't really realize that she's a big deal until you like get to know her a little bit better, and you're like, oh, Suri's a big deal. She was so sweet. Her kids are so sweet. Her husband was so sweet. So she invited us to Hampton. We went to dinner, and what's the the guy in the class who's always in class?
Yeah.
He and his wife and Suri arranged a dinner for us, and Tracy ended up coming. And that's when the first time I met her. And then she also taught the class at Watermill after. So that was when we met her. It was really nice. It was kind of awkward because I was like, it's weird because I feel like I know her. But I don't. But she's never seen us. But like I see her every single day. And I was like, right. that must be weird because we were like looking at her like, and she was very sweet, but I was like, that must be so weird.
Yeah, I remember Tracy did a live stream from that dinner, I think, with you guys. That Nicole was just saying that in the chat too. It was very... Yeah. Have you ever been to a Vitality Week or a studio?
I've been to the studios. I've been to all the New York studios and the Watermill. I haven't been to the ones in LA. So, but I've never been to Vitality. I plan on going. That is a goal of mine. Have you been?
I have.
Emily, have you been to one?
I was trying to go to the Fort Lauderdale, but it's rescheduled for some time.
Okay.
If they put it back on, I'm definitely going.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm going to the Hamptons one in the beginning of August.
That's going to be nice.
Yeah, I'm excited.
Yeah.
It's some rejuvenating motivation that I need.
Yeah.
What would be your advice to someone that is new to the Tamily?
Just kind of find your, you mean like to the working out or?
Yeah, or maybe just new to this method.
To the method, yeah. Like they say, consistency. Figure out a way to do it, like whatever works for you. So I finally kind of went back to work outside of the house recently on a little temp job, and I had to be at work. Well, I was trying to be there around 8, so like getting up at 5:30. I wasn't sure if I would do it, but I did it. And I did it because I was like, when I get back home from work, it's not going to happen. So, and I'm a morning workout. I think back in the day when I used to work, or work out of the house, I used to work out at night, but I can't. It's such a habit now that it's got to be done.
It's a good habit that I don't have.
It's easier to not skip it when you do it first. So like, it can get in the way. So we had a couple of questions come in through the chat. So I'm going to ask. There's some curiosity about your favorite studio since you've been to like all the New York studios. Which one's the best?
I think 59th Street. It just has a little bit more space. I mean, Watermill is really just one room and there's no shower.
Okay.
And the one in is it that Tribeca or Soho? I don't know what that is.
The one with
it's like underground, the basement, and like small. It's a cool space, but it's just like,
small.
it's a little bit smaller, yeah. But they make very good use of the space. Yeah.
What's your favorite class in the studio? Do you like the online classes, or do you do bands or dance?
No, I would if I could do the band. There's this bands class that you also dance in. I don't know, was it whatever that is? That is the best class.
Multitask band? That is legit.
You get it all done in an hour.
Yep.
Very effective.
And how often do you do cardio now? Do you do it every day?
Twice. No, I've still been trying to stick to I do it 4 times a week.
Okay.
So
that's good.
So Monday, Thursday, but sometimes it's just like 20 minutes dance. Yeah, 20. I try to do 20 to 30-minute dance. Usually ends up being 20 minutes.
Do you have a favorite dance?
Yeah, but it's gone.
What? When the reformat came or whatever? The reorder? Oh.
Yeah.
What was it called for all the
It was
people?
the one with Olivia. You mean the actual dance? I don't know what those dances are. I don't know where people find the names. I have no idea. They're like, I'm doing the Elaine. I'm like, where did you?
That's the one I can do is the Elaine from Seinfeld.
I was like, what is that dance? They're like, we're doing the such and such, and I don't know how people find out the names of the dancers.
We would have to ask like Adita and Loretta because they have secret dance knowledge.
I don't get it. I'm like, where did you find the names out from? Yeah.
Keep a spreadsheet of it.
Right? Something.
Yeah, they do have spreadsheets. I can't even read a spreadsheet.
Really?
No.
Who makes a spreadsheet?
Adita?
Yeah.
And Loretta, I think.
And they have all the dances like broken down by timestamp and like explaining what they are. They are like serious students, which is why they're amazing at dancing, and I'm just like goofing around.
Oh. Yeah, because I don't know one dance like fully. I just know, except for like the really easy basic ones, but the rest of them, like I know parts of it, and then I just like twirl around and jump, and then get back to what I know.
Especially if you have like 15 turns in a row, and then you got to turn back around the other way. I'm already dizzy.
Yeah, like you can't see what they were doing while you're turned around, right?
So you just got to freestyle.
Jumping. That's like what I do. I do like mini sprints to get my my pedometer numbers up.
My father-in-law, he will go run the lawnmower because it makes the pedometer think he's like stepping a lot more.
Yeah.
It made me laugh so
what you gotta do.
So I saw Kristen in the chat was wondering if this is Ashley, but this is Emily.
No, it's Emily. For anybody that can't see me, we're trying to squeeze ourselves. We did like freshly shower after working out, so we weren't like offending each other by having to be so close. But hi, everybody.
So have you faced any challenges in doing the method? I know you mentioned like some injuries.
I have like tennis elbow.
Okay.
And so I couldn't do. That's really when I stopped doing Tracy for a while before I started streaming. And then I had a really bad back, like a couple of years. But this was like before streaming. And I was nervous to start streaming because of my back, because I really can feel it in my back. But I found that my back problems have pretty much gone away since I've been continuously streaming. So I think with just building that muscle around your abs, like really helps protect your back. So that's been good.
Yeah, we've heard from a few people. It really, like, I think a lot of the time with back pain and stuff, people think like they shouldn't move, but this method, it creates that support. So, do protect your back and be able to continue moving and building strength.
Because the more you stay stagnant, the worse it is for your back. And you have to I'm pretty bad at doing it, but stretching and stuff. Which is why when I first started doing TAM, I used to do headstands. Just to take the pressure off my back. And I haven't done that in a long time. And I used to religiously at night while I was watching TV, I used to do it a lot. But I don't really do that anymore.
Well, we want to see you do one and post it.
Yeah.
I will.
Do you do it in the middle of the room or against the wall? I'm always
I do it in the middle. It's a headstand, so I can support myself.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't think I have the upper arm strength for a handstand. That I would have to. I don't know if I could even do the half.
Yeah, that's for these circus performers who also do TAM. What is something that you have learned from Tracy?
I think I've learned that constant movement, daily movement, is very important. And there is I really like. The thing about the method is that it is very low impact, right? Sometimes you might kind of move in a weird way where you might get injured, but I think that the way she really wants you to connect with your body and move in ways that are so foreign, at least to me, because I was never a dancer. I really appreciate that because I do feel like there are muscles everywhere that I, didn't know about. I like that she really talks about just paying attention to your body, how it's feeling, how it's moving. And I think she was saying one day, she was talking about how you move, and she was like, so many people they have tough times, so they're always like this, and they have to perform. And I was just I can kind of, see that, the way harsh times manifest in the way you carry yourself.
Do you have any tips for doing the method while traveling?
I mean, it's a commitment to carry. I lost one of my small weights when I was traveling. I was like, you see, no good deed goes unpunished. It must have fallen out of my, because I had them in the zip part, so just in case my stuff was overweight, I could just pull it out. And it fell out. So I don't know. I mean, it is a process to do it outside of your normal space. So if you are committed to that, do it. And sometimes I think it's fine to also just do beginners, or if they have multitask, to go ahead and do that. And then also do like her old, treadmill routines at the gym instead of like trying to do, like dance. Yeah.
That's a good point. There's usually no space in those
Like a closet.
Yeah.
that are freezing.
Yeah.
Do we have any other questions in the chat?
I don't see any other questions in the chat, but you guys feel free to send some in. I have a question, which I obviously know the answer, but I think everyone else should know, is where do you live and what do you do?
I live in DC, and I am an attorney, and I'm looking for a job. So if anybody knows,
Yes.
the Tamily knows anybody in DC but I don't want to work at a law firm. Thanks. So if you know somebody who owns a company and they need an in-house lawyer, do that. So that's what I do.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it's all right.
It's work.
What's the most exciting thing about being an attorney?
You stumped me there.
I've always wanted to go to law school. So
Really? I think it depends. It's funny, I met this guy yesterday and we were talking about law school, and it depends on like, what do you think that I think people think that like going to court is exciting, and I think, like if that's what you want to do, I think that can be a nice, that can be a nice thing. I mean, I think the people who really enjoy it are people who go to court a lot or work with really interesting people or companies, or are like, I don't know, like on like the cutting edge of like a new type of law, right? So like they're like people like the cannabis law people now, right? That's interesting. That's totally different. Like internet privacy is like a whole new, part of the law that's interesting. So that's what I think.
Well, that's cool. It's awesome to get to know more about you personally. What is your favorite thing about the method?
I love dance cardio. I mean, sometimes I'm like, I should give up the mat and just stick to the
That might be the secret to being tiny. Yeah, I totally already done the
I really miss the music. I mean, I don't know, do these execs not know that I buy a lot of music that I heard on Tracy Anderson on streaming? I buy a lot of stuff because of that. So I really like Olivia. Is that her name? Olivia Schaefer. She had that dance cardio. She's I think she's a trainer in LA. It was so good.
Really? I need to.
It was so good.
Emily's taking notes.
She had, but it's gone now, and I like dancing with Maria Kelly a lot. Hi, Gina. Gina's another one who I have to say, she gets up and she gets it done every day, and she's dragging her husband into it.
Yeah. And she posts a million stories.
I know, and that's the thing. Like, I've gotten out of posting. I used to do it every single day, and then I stopped doing it, and then I'll try to do it, and it'll take so long because I forgot the angles and like, how did I do it? And I'm just like, this is taking way too long.
Yeah, it takes a serious commitment. Besides the commitment for the workout, there's a whole nother commitment for the posting. But
yes.
Gina's amazing. I was watching her this week, and I got up and did the workout because...
I like when her husband comes by and gives her her a little pat of appreciation on the tush. I'm like, awesome. That's a good Tam, man.
her kid is like, Mommy, and she's like, why is he awake?
Go back to bed. Yeah.
So that's good. It's really good. You develop a habit. I mean, I definitely will say that it definitely, like, I gotta work out at least 6 days a week just to move. Because I just start to feel weird. I've told myself that my legs feel weird if I don't work out.
Yes. Have you ever converted anyone to being a devoted Tammer?
I have some friends who've done it. They did metamorphosis. I have a friend in New York. She has her own PR firm. It's called PR Noir. So if anybody needs PR in New York, you should check her out. But I remember I was in New York with some other friends, and I bumped into her on the street. She was one of the people who's like, "What did you do to yourself?" And I was like, "I don't know. I've been doing this workout." And she was like, "You look." I was like, "Is it that much of a difference?" She was like, "Yeah." And so she does Tracy Anderson now, but she's got her diet on point, and she's like gorgeous and tall, and she's so little, and I don't know if it was because of me, but she does it now. And she's like really got it together. But I have some friends who've done it, but they haven't. One of my friends got metamorphosis, and she used to do it, but now she does Orange Theory.
Well, it's not for everybody.
It's not. It really is like a.
We're like our own cult.
We're in a good way. Yeah. Good cult.
I tell my other friends, they're like, "Who are you going to New York with?" I was like, "My cult members."
We're gonna go do a seance in the studio.
Yeah, you're gonna go stay with people who you've never met.
I know. The first time it was Natalia, Amelia, and Tara. The 4 of us, we never met, and I was like so nervous, and I was like, "Oh my God, I thought maybe you guys would be like doing drugs." I was like so and I didn't know what was gonna happen, and then it just like it was totally fine, and then we had a great time, and I think that outside of this we would all be friends, you know. And then I met Rebecca, and the following year. And then this time I met Emily, and I met Clara from Italy, and she's amazing. So, and it's a nice network of people. And Emily is amazing because she helped me with my LinkedIn page.
It's looking good, girl. We'll get you that job.
I know. I've actually gotten like messages from talent recruiters.
Good. That's awesome.
So.
Yay.
Yeah. So it's working.
Good.
Hi, class.
So, what do your friends and family think of the Tracy Anderson method?
They're fine with it. They know that I mean, everybody knows that in the morning I'm working out. My day does not start until I'm done. And I hate it when people call me while I'm working out, because I feel like you should know that at this time, you know me well enough that at this hour I probably don't really want my workout to be interrupted. But
Okay, I have a question. What is your workout style of choice? So I've been noticing Tracy obviously looks phenomenal, and she can get away with wearing this like high cut bathing suit and some sweatpants all rolled down. We were just talking. I can't do that. What do you like to work out in?
Just like something that's not in the way.
Yeah.
And actually, I remember I have to wear a shirt, otherwise I get a weird sensation in my stomach. I don't know if it's because I've never been somebody to just work out in might be like the extra layers around my stomach, but I find that it feels weird after a while if I don't have a shirt on when I'm working out. So I definitely have a shirt on, usually a tank top, leggings. When it's hotter, I prefer like what do you call the shorter leggings?
Like
Capri. Yeah, yeah.
Me too.
Yeah.
But I running. It's like during the hot weather, I run in shorts, and then I'm like, oh, you're definitely jiggling. That lets you know how the winter went.
I like to lock and load. I gotta have like full leggings. I've tried shorts like 1 or 2 times, and it just goes straight.
Slide.
Yeah.
I don't know shorts. Do you have a motivational quote you would like to share with the family?
The secret is there is no secret.
That's a good one. That is a really, really good one.
There is no secret.
Yep. What you eat and how you move.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. What is your philosophy about working out?
You find what works, what you like, and do that most days.
Very good.
They're so practical. I love it.
Yeah.
Very straightforward.
I actually like work. So I don't really have I really do enjoy, like, I like to go to yoga classes. I like to go spinning. I like to run. I like to, do those Pilates reformer classes. I like to do all that stuff. So it doesn't really, I know people who really hate it. It's a lot harder,
Yeah.
but I really like it.
Yeah, exactly. Have you always, done some type of workout even before Tracy?
Well, when I was in college, no, because I ate and drank my way through New Orleans, and and then I was like, maybe I should be working out because at my graduation, sorry, my dad was like, what's going on here? I was like so big. Sorry, my phone is. I was so huge, and he was just kind of like, you got to do something about that. Sorry, my phone is dying.
That's okay. We want to make sure that it's plugged in. That's
yeah.
okay.
So that was so after that I would like go running on like a track and like be like, oh, I ran half a mile. I'm gonna start running half a mile a day because that sounded like a lot. And then I would do like build up to a mile, and I'd take a spinning class here or there, or like a cardio. Is it kickboxing classes? Mm-hmm. Those used to be big back in the day at this gym. And that's kind of how I went. And then I went to Weight Watchers.
Oh.
I lost the majority of my weight.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah, so don't knock Weight Watchers, people.
We won't.
Never.
Because it works.
So while you have this audience, is there anything else you would like the Tamily to know about you?
I mean, I don't know. I'm here. I don't post a lot, but I see people's stuff.
That's good.
I do. I see their stuff.
And
I want to know. I'm going to ask you guys, what is the secret to discipline, like building up habits? You know, I guess you do it in some parts of your life and not.
Yeah, I think it's like a journey, and it changes over time. You know, like sometimes you get that track going and you're really motivated, and other times you need something else. Like maybe sometimes you need a break, then you need to be rejuvenated. Like the reason why we do these Ask Tamily interviews is because I find them motivating. So, like, I realized it's motivating to know stuff about the people in this community and that would like propel me to want to work out more. Like so, but the whole
that is true. That is true.
Mm-hmm.
How long have you guys been doing the method?
I guess almost 4 years for me.
And I'm a little over a year.
Okay.
I always say I'm new. I like to say I'm new until people are like, you're not new anymore, even or any job. Only because it allows me to always learn and questions, kind of come at it from the mindset of like, I'm new. And then I will be more experimental and kind of try things.
Okay. She's right now, and I'm dying in IFC, so...
Well, I know. So you guys never did metamorphosis?
I did.
Okay.
I didn't do it very well, though. I wasn't, like, you said you did it, like, consistently 6 days a week, and it took me, like, I don't know, 150 days to do, like, a 90-day.
Oh, thing. It's lonely, though.
It is
a little lonely. After I finished the first part, before I moved into... when I got into continuity, I started just doing it 5 days a week.
Yeah.
So it'd take 2 weeks to get through.
Yeah.
Ooh, that was a brutal.
No, I would change continuity workouts like every 2 days. It was like the only thing that motivated me.
Really?
For it to be a new workout. And I bought like 2 years of it and did like 3 months maybe, and then went streaming.
Okay. It is, I mean, it works, but I'm like, where was that discipline I used to have? But then again, it was only an hour, and I feel like I can commit to that, you know?
Yeah.
Even though I would always pause, so like the hour became
an hour and a half.
Hour 10.
Hour 20 minutes, you know, and I'd be like, what? Just go through. But I was really committed to doing all the reps, and I think I've lost that in streaming, is that I'm not doing all the reps. I don't even count.
No. I try to start counting to motivate myself, and then I'm like, 19, okay, done.
Yeah.
Like 199, 200, 201. I'm like, are we going to switch moves?
Seriously.
I am done. How far did you go into continuity? Did you do it? I can't remember what you said earlier.
I did continuity for, I think I have 3 dance cardios. So I did a couple, and then I stopped because I hurt my my arm. But I prefer streaming. It just feels a little bit more social.
Right.
Yeah, but I will say I do not like doing the mat in the studio.
It's always a little tight space and everything. Like,
you can't see if you're right by it. You can't see very well. Like, people are in your space, and that's the thing. When you're at home, you're used to, even though you may not have a lot of space, but nobody is.
You're the boss of it,
right?
You can see. You can see very well.
Yeah, it's always like motivating and very energizing to be in the studio or be with other people or Vitality Week. But then it makes me thankful for what I have at home. Because I'm like, you know, I take all the space I want, take the time I want, you know. So, I mean, obviously, there's a lot of pluses to being in the studio, but it's awesome that we get to do this at home. And we see every single day, and we have the perfect view.
Yeah, perfect view. What's this question? What's a question you'd like to ask all the Tam? What do you guys do about the music?
Oh, I make my own list.
Yeah,
I can't.
I used to be a music complainer when I was streaming because there was like a lot of
Coldplay for like ever.
like a Swift, and I was like, and then somebody's like, just make your own music, and I was like, I never thought about that, but I still like to, because you know sometimes her energy changes sometimes based on the music.
Yeah, I usually just go with like what's in the workout. I just want it to be as loud as possible. Mm-hmm. But so much electronics, like streaming on an iPod, having the workout on an iPad, like all this stuff going on. I can't figure out doing my own music. but I really want her to do like dirty hip hop versions of each week, and then I'll do the music in those. I don't want all this other music. That's ask her if she will do.
Yeah.
Hip hop versions for me. I think she will. I think she will. Yeah. But yeah, having your own playlist, I think it's awesome. I just don't like put the energy into figuring out how to do that.
Yeah.
A lot of Tamily posts playlists. I know Rebecca does. Cassie does, and
Rebecca has good music taste.
She does.
I was a little nervous when she wanted to play her music when we were driving to the Hamptons. So I was like, what kind of music do you listen to?
And then you're surprised, right? Because you're like, hey, I like this. Rebecca has introduced you to several like new songs that I will then add those into my mixes. So sometimes I go all over the place. So I get bored really easy, and I love all kinds of music. So some days, classic rock. Other days, it's like Latin, whatever I can find. I really like more hip hop, but sometimes I'm worried I'm offending people when I post my video. They're like, what the?
Oh, the cursing?
Yeah. I mean, I don't really care, but I don't want to offend anyone else either.
Yeah. We're all grown.
Yeah.
True.
And that kind
I feel you.
Energy that, inspires you in another way.
Yeah. Some people are sensitive to stuff like that, though. You're right. I should be more mindful.
There's some gentle rose petals everywhere in the world, though.
You
gotta still figure out your way through life. People will use.
Yeah. It's true.
Well, we are approaching our hour, and I don't think there's been any other questions in the chat.
She answered the last one from Nicole about we're trying to do like Ask Tamily question of the week. I think that was a really good one of like, what do you do for music? Because maybe we can post that on Ask Tamily and get people to start sharing. Everybody needs some help with some music.
Because sometimes when I'm struggling, I realize it's the music.
That's true.
Yeah.
Slow. Yes.
Change it.
Like something else about a breakup or whatever. Yeah.
Oh, I have one other question for you. Any of the bonus content? So like Courtney's been doing all the bonus, and it is legit hard. That's so good though.
Where do you guys find all this time?
I don't find any time. I only can do it on the weekend usually.
Okay. Because you gotta watch the thing, you do the class, you gotta do the Ask Tracy, the bonus.
I don't watch the breakdown. Nothing. She's good.
Yeah, no, I stopped.
That was dance cardio.
You already get like a good hour and a half of my time every day.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
Sometimes, so no, I don't do the bonus. I really wish you would bring back multitask. I don't care if somebody else did it.
Okay, there's a new one, and it's Courtney, and it's so good. This came out. Yes, the arms. Your arms will be smoked. I think half of the 30 minutes is arms.
Oh, really?
Courtney brings the energy. So, like,
does she do a mat multitask too? Or
yeah, it's like 30 minutes of arms and then mat, and then it's a 30-minute dance cardio too.
Perfect.
It's good. You will love it.
Perfect.
I feel like I'm shouting very loud. I get a little excited about Courtney. I just got to take a class with her last week, and I got the primo spot in the studio, like right in the corner. So I was just like,
her butt.
She has the best butt in all of the trainer land.
I'm like, what do you do? I started like doing what are those things where you're lifting pelvic thrusts?
Okay.
Whatever you call it. Yeah, because I will say my bum was getting a little flat.
Yeah.
And so I was like, I started doing deadlifts. Like, so on the days that I don't do cardio, I do some deadlifts and little, whatever you call those things, those lifts, so that, I know. And then I don't know, because, the whole, don't mess with my work, but
you have to do what's right for you.
You have to do what you got.
That's right. I gotta pick that butt up. I can't have a pancake.
Right. Oh, no, not at all.
Out of order.
been really, really fun having a conversation with you. And asking us questions and us asking you lots of questions. Is there anything else you want to say to the Tamily before we end our 46th Ask Tamily interview?
No, you guys have a great weekend, and I hope you guys have a great summer.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for sharing with us today. You're very inspirational. And we would just like to ask that you post a little more often for us.
I'm going to try. I promise I'm going to try. Promise I'll post on Monday.
Okay. We'll be watching.
That sounds perfect.